Grinold is actually from England, and that's my paternal name. But I want to talk about my mother's father, my grandpa Alex Alexa, and it came from Hungary. My great grandpa Alex Alexa came in Pennsylvania and then came here. They were farmers and they started a dairy farm. And my grandpa worked there, and eventually the farm got sold to Lansing Dairy, and my grandpa, he worked at Oldsmobile, working a crane operator, and he retired from there, and they had bought a place in Mulliken, had his own runway. He used to rebuild wrecked airplanes and fly them. Used to fly over to Oshkosh, Wisconsin, to the big meet up there. Used to take the highway down, flying over the highway down to Florida. But he's a builder, adventurer, built boats. He built a Osprey airplane from scratch, which took him, I think it's about like 15 years to build that. And I don't think he ever got to actually fly it. He taxied it a lot. I think he was afraid to try to land it on water. Just he was afraid to land on water. He might damage the airplane, and so he ended up selling that. But he had a pretty colorful life. Yeah, the dairy farm was, I don't know the exact date, but it was in the 1920s that that was established, and it was on South Logan. There was just recently, the barn was taken down. The last owner had a used car lot out of there, and but that's recently been taken down. Yeah, my grandfather used to build houses, and he had a house that he built on Holmes Road, and he wasn't shy at getting into things. He built this home, and I think later on he found out he didn't build it quite right because the basement would flood on it, but it was a process. You're learning a lot of things. He also their farm in Mulliken, they lived in the farmhouse there, but he actually built a house on that property that they lived in, and they rented out that house, the farmhouse, to somebody else. But he was a survivor. He used to find wrecked airplanes and rebuild those. Just amazing guy. My grandma Vanny, which my grandpa remarried, and she was taught music and had an education, and she would also, at the dinner table, she would teach us how to eat properly, how to handle the forks, and so we didn't look like mongrels eating. But she was quite an inspiration to us too. We got a lot of Hungarian goulash and kluski. I did serve in the Navy, and for 2 years, and I was stationed on the USS Wisconsin, battleship sailor, and it was recommissioned when I was on board the ship. and I got on board just before they did all the hard work on it. So I was pretty lucky. I didn't have to go in the holds and do all the hard work, but it was quite an experience being on that ship and going out to sea for sure.